And welcome to another edition of Ducks No Sports. This week we're talking about the Stanley Cup Finals, which happens between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins. Interesting fact, original six-man matchup, but the Chicago and Boston have never met in a Stanley Cup Final before, so first time for everything, and it should be a good matchup between a lot of speed in the Chicago Blackhawks and a lot of grit and determination in the Boston Bruins. And it should be a really good matchup. I think this will be a long series. But we'll start with the Boston Bruins. And you got to give it up to the Boston Bruins. You know, I've been kind of down with the Boston Bruins since round one when they barely got past the Leafs. I thought the Rangers was a bad matchup for them. I thought the Rangers could give them a good matchup, but they got past the Rangers no problem. Then I thought with the speed of the Pittsburgh Penguins, I thought it would be too much for the Boston Bruins. But again, they got past them no problem. An interesting fact, since the first round against Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins have trailed a total of 35 minutes in rounds 2 and 3. Very, very amazing. And, you know, they're just turning into quite the team that just no pucks seem to get past them anymore. I mean, you know, Malkin 0 points, Crosby 0 points against the Boston Bruins, only giving up 2 goals in that sweep against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Very, very dominant. And I've been very kind of iffy on Tuukka Rask through his career in Boston, but he's getting the job done. He is really showing why he is maybe not an elite goaltender, but he's getting to that status. I mean, Tuukka Rask just, in these playoffs, very Tim Thomas-like 2 years ago for the same Boston Bruins, you know, just getting the job done. And for my money, he's been the best Boston Bruin. And I really like this Boston team because, as you saw, they took the picture with the conference trophy the other night, and it's symbolic because they are just the ultimate team. They do everything together. There's not really any stars. There's a few good players on this team, but no real mega stars on this team. They just get the job done. They work as a team. They're just maybe the best work team in these playoffs. I mean, they do everything together, just get it done. Great determination, you know, great on the PK. Defense not getting any bad goals up, and Tuukka Rask just out of this world. And they don't score a lot, but they score enough to get the win. And I'm really starting to believe in this team, in the Boston Bruins. But they're up against a very determined Chicago Blackhawks, who, of course, against round 2 against Detroit Red Wings, down 3-1. They look beat dead in the water, but give them credit, they pulled themselves out of that water and really came back in that series. And then last round, you know, I thought it would just be too much with Jonathan Quick on the other side against the Los Angeles Kings, but they proved me wrong, as they seem year in, year out, or series out, just get the job done. Jonathan Quick, let's face it, they just kicked Jonathan Quick's ass. I mean, the Los Angeles Kings, in my opinion, were the better team, but the Chicago Blackhawks are just on a high right now. And it should be a very interesting series because you got the speed of like Taves and Kane, who have really done much. You know, Kane, of course, coming with a hat trick in Game 5 to clinch the series versus the Kings, but hasn't really done much. And then you got Taves and you got Bickle. I mean, a lot of great players on the Chicago Blackhawks. You know, Keith and Seabrook as well. A lot of speed going against that Boston Bruins, who not a lot of speed, but a lot of grit and determination. And you kind of saw it round 1 against Toronto Maple Leafs with Boston Bruins. When you get speed up in Boston, they're not very good against the speed. I mean, that's why I didn't understand what Pittsburgh was really doing last round. I would have gone more on my speed to try to get past, but the way the Boston Bruins are playing, I mean, yes, Kane and Taves are very quick, but they'll have to go through Chara. And I just think it would be too much for the Chicago Blackhawks. I think Tuukka Rask is on a different level, and that's why I believe the Boston Bruins are going to win this series in 6 games. But who knows? I think this could really go either way, as I really believe both teams are really playing well right now, and teams that somewhere down the line these playoffs have been kind of dead in the water, but then found the way to get back up. So really kind of a mirror image of each other. And I would think this will be a great series and one for the ages. But so I like the Bruins in 6, but till next time, I'm Eric Duxbury saying, I'm Ducks, and I know sports. kind of.